So let's go ahead and clock in on them. Up at the top it says new order and clock in.
Okay.
So there you go. It says you are clocking into this account, and you can set, the time is automatically set to right now, but if you wanted to set it back a little bit or forward, you'd be able to make that adjustment. Now you'll notice it's saying admin override at the bottom there. That's because it's detected that this client does not have an account credit balance on their account at the moment. And that's actually a setting that we have. So if you're the type of business where, like an attorney where they have a retainer, you would want this setting there to prevent you from going over the amount that they've got on credit. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So then, but if you're the other type of business where you go ahead and do the work up front and then you bill them at the end of the month, then you would not need this feature. So I think that's the one you fit into, so I can show you how to remove that feature.
Okay.
All right, so if we go into settings, down at the bottom left.
Oh, gotcha.
All the way there. And then go to users.
Okay.
So the users is where you can set up all the user accounts for your staff, and you can see your thumbnail picture there. So if you wanted to add a new user, you'd click the create new at the top. We're not going to do that right now. I just wanted to show it to you. And then where it says admin override on clock in, we can set that to no, and then save that. And we should be good to go. So now I'm going to show you how to find that customer that you just entered by using the search at the top right, the little magnifying glass.
Oh, yeah, right there. Okay.
So you can type in anything you remember about them, and it starts to pop it up right there. You don't even have to finish typing. You can go ahead and click on it, and it's going to bring up that person's account. And let's go ahead and try clocking into them again. So there you go, and you can see that it's not requiring the admin override. And so now you have the clock in button right there. And we'll go ahead and clock in.
Okay.
Let's see if you can get back. All right. All right, so now it says you are clocked in, and it's ready for you to clock out now. But, you know, typically you'd probably go to some other screens and work on some things, and then you'd say, oh, I'm done working on this client. It's time for me to clock out. So you would come back to their record, and let's go ahead and push forward the hours there where it says 546. Let's just go to 646. And so the first thing you'll see there is common tasks. So down below where it says project notes, you're required to put in a little bit of something about what you did for the customer, and whatever you type in there will actually show up on their invoice, so they kind of understand what you spent an hour doing for them.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you find that you're routinely doing the same kind of repetitive tasks for people, you can create a common task, so you don't have to retype that all the time. We'll go ahead and manually type one in there, so let's just say bookkeeping, or down below where it says project notes. Okay, and then you have classification. So if you drop that down, that's actually your billing rate.
Oh, okay.
So you can choose that. And then you can also create project codes if you would like. So you have another way of filtering through the work you've done in the previous year, and you can kind of pull reports on how many people how many electricians you worked on versus how many carpenters.
Okay.
So
yeah, or so when QuickBooks we do classes, so it'd be similar to do a class if you had a couple of different locations for rental properties or something like that. You could classify that property. Okay.
Right. You could classify anything you want, add as many as you want, and they'd be in that drop down. So let's go ahead and click clock out.
Okay.
Now over to the right, you can see that you have an entry there and that you've worked a total of 60 minutes so far.
Okay.
And if you have your employees set up with an hourly rate, the time card system will automatically calculate how much you paid them versus how much they billed out to your customers.
Okay.
So you can kind of keep track of your profitability there. So you can see there that your total charged so far for today is $30. That's how much you've earned so far.
Okay.
So if you wanted to clock in to someone again, you can go up to where it says time card.
And find their name if I had more than one.
You got it.